Aloha, this is the Green Bleeding Mr. T, and welcome back to more Star Fox Assault. Last time, we did the whole mission stuff, and got all the flags, all the medals, and all the ally medals, which are they're just more medals. And, while that was great and all, we still have survival to go through, and as it's turning out to be, survival is no freaking joke. So, the first time I went into it, I was not aware yet that there are no 1-up pickups during this entire run. Those 3 lives they give you are the only lives you get for the entire run, so I wasted them on like the 2nd level, and like I realized that, oh, I should probably stop and actually try and do a better run. Well, that didn't matter either, because I got the Pigma stage and died twice to the boss, which is of course Pigma, and then like just died on the next level after that. And then I just did another run and I died on the 2nd mission again. And I was like, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Anyways, I'm dying a lot. And like this is actually ridiculously hard. So technically the achievement for this only requires it to be done on silver, but that's not 100%. 100% is doing it in gold, so we're doing it on gold. And here I go again. I'm just focusing on surviving. There's no more trying to get high scores. Just live. That is my only goal. Good grief. Once I'm done with the survivalist, I want to give my full opinion on like the good parts of the game, the bad parts of this game, what I think can be improved on. Give it a giant review now that I've experienced it all over. Also, I've kind of just gotten my fill of this game. Not because of today, but even before starting today, I felt like I've gotten my fill at long last over the course of this week. I just I don't. I figured I might as well finish it up since this is the last thing, you know. All right. So, going to focus and try and not die. And I'll see you on the other side, maybe. kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. I got killed by this? Oh, I hate this freaking level. That was stupid! I was minding my own business! Oh my god. Well, it's dead, but I'm really annoyed. Oh, stupid freaking beam. Like, what the heck? Oh, it's done.
All ships report in. All right.
No problems. Everything's A-okay.
Okay, preparations complete. I guess that's that.
Yep. I hate the final mission. Just leave it at that. I hate it. Okay. It's the game beaten. It's all the retro achievements. All we've got left is just this little bonus thing to go into or something. I'm not even sure if I'm terribly interested in this. Probably not. I don't know. I'll play it for a couple minutes while I talk about the game. Actually, but before I do that though, I'm just gonna talk about just the missions and which missions I like. Alright, first mission is really good. I don't really have much to say about that. Katina, that one's okay. That one's actually really cool. I like that one in the end. This one's drags on a bit, and I feel like it isn't as interesting as it could be. I don't know. The on-rails turret section on the R-Ring is actually not that interesting. I like the one they did on mission 7 much better. Aparoid Menace, Asteroid Belt, that one's really cool. Basically all the flying missions are cool, except for the final one because it's freaking horrible mess. This one, it's really good. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, I remember saying like it got really good once we got missions 6, 7. It was okay. 9 was really good. 10 is a dreadful mess. One thing I want to mention about 6 is that I really think they should have done something with the radar more than they did. I mean, you could hardly call those radar jammers. I mean, what they should have done is like make your radar completely unreadable when you walk near them. I think that would have been like a happy compromise, because clearly they want you to still be able to use your radar. So like if you're standing on top of one, you can't see anything on your radar, and then that would get the balance in that, like you get to use your radar, but you can see the radar jammer is actually doing something. All right, I think I'm gonna just pop in here. Play a little bit of this. I don't even know if I'll know how to play this game. We're just gonna fool around in it. And I want to talk about... Oh, that's for the ground. Alright. So, clearly this is... I'm going to be comparing it to Star Fox 64 because this is the critically acclaimed game. That's like the only... It's only a contender for being a really good Star Fox game. Unfortunately. Others are either just okay or abysmal, apparently. I think one of my biggest complaints about this game... Okay, there's just a lot of complaints. I'm not going to say biggest or smallest. I'm just going to say complaints. One, the fact that when you do the barrel roll and the reflect shots, there needs to be some kind of indicator when you do something successfully. Oh, you just get one shot and you're dead. But like right now, if you hit things, if you like prevents damage, it's so nebulous whether your like spinning is doing something or if it's... You just can't tell. There's no confirmation that you're doing it successfully. And it's also way less satisfying that it doesn't make a noise, that, you know, you did a cool thing and you knocked all the things away. It just happens and it's like, oh, I'm just spinning. Is anything happening? That's my feel on that. With the Star Fox team, in the original, of course, we have Peppy, Slippy, and Falco in our wings. In this one, Peppy Hair is in the Star Fox, he's kind of on the verge of retiring or something like that. They kind of make them all so generic in the end. Like, they all get you... Like, they don't do anything. They don't really do anything. What is... I'm not... Flying walls? Anyways... One, Falco needs to stop being... needs to be a little more, needs to be a little bit more, unforgiving with his comments. Like, he says sorry way too much in this game. He's not like that. That's not how I think of Falco. Sure, he'll say, like, sure, I owe you one, or like, God dang it, or something like that. But just straight up saying, sorry to show you such bad flying. Sorry to cause you problems. And on top of that, just the breakdown between what each pilot's, like, good at isn't really there. I mean... Like, after you save them, like, often they drop off an item, but that's, like, that's not very, it used to be more special, because that was, like, Falco's thing, is that he would find hidden items and hidden passageways for you. Slippy, of course, is the one that gets you the health meter, which is still there for bosses, but, and then Crystal's... Well, I don't know. In the original, Peppy would give you advice or give you tips about bosses' weaknesses, or like, you know, he gave you his sage advice at any rate, and like that was each of their things made them very individuals instead of just your team in this game. I don't like how there's not a distinction, and also they don't really do anything on their own. In the first Star Fox game, it was incredibly clear that your Star Fox team was, at least in the like open space levels, you could see them like following ships and shooting them down. In this game, I feel like they don't do anything. They just fly around for you and then eventually ask for your help to shoot the enemies behind them. And that's like, oh, I just that hurts. That hurts the. I feel like that really hurts their credibility because they're awesome characters in the original. Or I keep saying the original. It's not 64 is not the original Star Fox. I'll probably be playing it at some point too, just so I can say I've done it. I really enjoy. Okay, I'll play another round while this is going on. I really enjoyed the being on foot parts. The problem is it's not the best part of the game in a sense. Like the best part is being in the R-Wing because that's what this game is built on. So it's the fact that you have so many missions where you're on foot detracts from the amount of missions you could have, being in an R-Wing. The Landmasters was always cool in 64. I'd say it's still cool, but it's still nowhere near as interesting or as cool as the R-Wing missions can be. That is what makes this game as popular as it is all the flying around stuff. And the fact that this game has less missions because it doesn't have the branching paths, you're just stuck with 10 missions. Only 3 of them are like pure R-Wing levels. I mean, they have mixtures, but they again, I would say that the R-Wing missions really hold up. But like, I have to say that Mission 10 again is just awful. Like the best thing I can compare it to is like the final level, on easy Venom, where like they have lots of just obstacles jutting out of the ground and stuff to get in your way. But like those are our the tells that the game doesn't provide you. It really hurts, I feel, especially for the final boss where it's just I can't tell where stuff is happening. That one room with the laser walls, like that was a really hard tell to discover that the lights on the floor were actually indicating where those were going to show up. I felt like they just made it. They need to provide a tell better or something. I don't know, this stuff was just really hard to dodge in that, and I just don't like the level in general. At any rate, I think overall I can say this game is really fun. However, the fun is not going to last forever, because the game just does not have the same replay value that the 64 has with all the branching paths and stuff. And I understand, like, they don't want to just remake the same game and just like they can't do that because then it's just really copy and paste and you wind up with what was it, Star Fox Zero, which apparently was just absolutely abysmal. But I do like to see him nevertheless. I'm not going to be able to properly show off the multiplayer because, of course, I'm by myself. How do you tell the game to stop? Apparently, you don't. There we go. LR and start does it. I really had more fun playing this game than I ever would have expected I would have, because like this I don't know what specifically makes this game so fun, but that's like common in all the reviews I've read of this game is that the game is fun, but it's just morally is morally faulty. It's just a faulty game, but it's still fun to play. I think I can't really say much more than I already had, so I'm just gonna let it be at this point. I had so much fun playing this game, and I did not. It took me for I don't know. I just had so much fun playing this game, and it even took me a while to figure out maybe why I'm having so much fun playing this game. Anyways, if I get a chance to show off some multiplayer, I will. I've gone mess around with a lot of GameCube stuff on Dolphin for multiplayer, and we've got stuff working now. I am also going to quickly mention that the soundtrack of this game is awesome. Everything's orchestrated apparently, and this is like the music I think of when I think of Star Fox. Is the music from this game, not from 64. All of it is excellent. Yeah. Okay. I had a lot of fun playing this game. I hope you guys had a lot of fun watching me. I am booked for another month. Oh boy. Hope you enjoyed. Aloha.